Okay, so in today's video, we are going to check out Algorand's price chart and see what is going on there. And I do believe that in the short term, we are seeing some bullish signs. But before that, I'm going to talk about a very huge bullish news that we received yesterday. And I'm going to tell you why is it so important for Algorand. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And first, I want to talk about this company, Enel Group. Now, if you haven't heard of Enel, they are a multinational energy company headquartered in Italy, and they are one of the world's leading integrated electricity and gas operators. The company operates in over 30 countries across 5 continents, but their main focus is actually on Italy and Spain, generating energy with a managed capacity of somewhere around 95,000 megawatts and distributing electricity and gas through a network spanning about 2.2 million kilometers. Now, this is a very important point. In November 2024, Enel announced that they are planning to increase their investment to around $43 billion. And I have watched their video right in here, and they say this number can actually potentially increase to roughly around $52 billion. So what's the conclusion in here, and why am I right now talking about this company? First things first, I think this is a great company. They are having a brilliant CEO. His number one priority is just making more and more money for the investors and not really going green at any cost. And if you don't believe me, listen to him.
But I want to be clear, in case I don't find profitable investment, I give back remuneration to shareholders. Generation and grids are the underline of make money, not the contrary.
And in my opinion, they are definitely on the right direction, and in the future, they will see massive growth. Now, the second question, why am I talking about this company right now? Because yesterday, according to Algorand's account on Twitter, Italian energy giant Enel Group, Europe's largest electricity producer and second largest in the world, has partnered with Conio to launch a solar panel tokenization product on Algorand's blockchain. And with that, now Italian residents can purchase solar panels, have Enel Group manage them, and apply the energy produced directly to their bills, no rooftop required. So why is this so huge and important? Because it is a very classic real-world asset tokenization on Algorand, and in my opinion, this could potentially lead to just wider and more adoption for Algorand, because when a massive and reputable company like Enel chooses Algorand's blockchain for a real-world product, in my opinion, this signals to other businesses and investors that Algorand is reliable and partial. That's why, in my opinion, this is huge positive news for Algorand. And if you are a short to midterm investor, then okay, I guess these types of news are not really going to be important for you. But for me, I am here for the long run, and I think blockchain technology is here to stay. And when all the dust settles down, in my opinion, there is a very high chance that the projects with fantastic fundamentals are going to be the ones who are going to see massive price appreciation. And for me, someone who is kind of a traditional investor, makes perfect sense to pay attention to these types of news and be very optimistic about the future of Algorand. So overall, fantastic news for ALGO, and I think they are going to be a big player in the long term. But if you don't care about that and you want to know what is happening in the short term, then okay, I also have in this area some good news for you. So what's the idea in here? According to my primary scenario, there is a good chance that we are having in this move down a correction structure and not an impulsive movement, and it can be either a WXYZ in form of a triple zigzag, or maybe a WXY in form of a zigzag followed by a double zigzag. Now, in the previous video, I told you specifically, look, let's hide everything, excuse me. In this move on the upside in ALGO, as you can see, we have clearly taken this high right in here, and this is a huge bullish signal for Algorand. Why is that? Because let's say, well, okay, you are absolutely bearish and you think we are going to start a massive bear market from here. Fair enough. Then from the highest high to about the lowest level down here, you must be able to find an impulsive structure on the downside. Now, because in the recent move up in ALGO, we have taken this high, now I'm gonna say finding an impulse is going to be extremely challenging in this area. And I'm not gonna say it's absolutely impossible to find a 5 wave. No, it might be possible, but at that point, that 5 wave is going to look so odd and weird, which is going to make me say, you know what, it's probably going to be my alternate scenario and not my primary case. So what's the conclusion in here? In my opinion, because in this move up in algo, we have taken this high, there's a very good chance this is a correction structure, and after it's over, or maybe it's over already, we are going to have a big move up in order to at least take this high right in here for the first target around, let's say 62.5 cents. But I think we're not actually going to stop there. No, I'm thinking we're going to go quite a bit higher than that. So the overall structures are absolutely bullish. Now, in case that you want to argue that the bottom is in right in here. Okay, we talked about it before. I believe a correction started in algo from this point, and it may have ended somewhere around here, and it can be an A, B, C flat structure, potentially a running flat, and you can argue from the lowest low, we are having 5 wave up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and at the moment, according to the bullish possibility that suggests the bottom is in, we are on our way to have a big move into wave 3 and 4 and 5. Now, in like very short time, let's zoom in more. Okay. First things first, you must have a very important invalidation point even for your bullish possibility. And for me, it's going to be taking this low down here about, let's say, 32.5 cents. So if we see a move down and take this low at that point, this 1 and 2 is probably not going to be in play, and our move down is going to continue in order to take this low down here. But as long as we're not doing that, I think we can be optimistic and say there's a good chance we are dealing in this phase on the upside with an impulsive structure, and followed by that a correction, and we can say, look, maybe this is 1, this is 2, and then we are going to get decent move up into wave 3, 4, 5 in order to complete the sub waves for this larger degree wave 3, and then so on and so forth. So even in like very short term, I'm thinking we are looking good. Now let's go on 15-minute chart and see what is happening. And by the way, I'm just doing this for the sake of educational purposes. In my own time, I rarely go on such lower time frames, but since this is for just educational purposes, I'm thinking it's fine. So what do we see in here? First things first, I'm thinking this is a correction structure. Second, this is actually an impulse, which in it we took this high right in here, so it's definitely a bullish sign. And there is a chance that in Algorand, the bottom is in, and we can have 5 wave up into a wave 1. This might be a correction structure for wave 2, and after it's over, we might get another move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So I am actually relatively confident that in algo, we are going to have this move up, but whether after this move right in here, we are going to have, for example, a correction and then another move up or not. Okay, that's kind of up for debate. For now, let's just focus on this move right in here and see what the sub waves in here are going to look like, and then we will see where we go from there. So for like very short term in Algorand, I am expecting after this move down is over, a decent move on the upside. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algorand's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.